It is Ladies' Day with me, George, coming up to 9:30. And I'm joined today by Dawn and Sarah, who are behind the Possibilities Project. This is a free book that they've launched. It is a young person's guide to career success. Now, I believe there are a few statistics behind this of why this was needed. So I'm going to challenge you to make them a little bit exciting. So, instead of just pure maths, why is it that this book was needed?
So I think there's a massive emphasis at the moment on hard skills or technical skills. Everybody is talking about the jobs of the future. They're talking about robotics, AI. Exactly. And we're not saying that that's wrong. Those are typically the skills that people will learn in formal education, in school, in university. But what schools and universities aren't necessarily able to teach, and there's no reason why they should be able to teach them so well, is the soft skills or the business skills side of things. Dawn and I actually hate the term soft skills. We think it's awful.
Survival skills,
yes.
We like.
Dr. Abdullah at KHDA describes them as survival skills, and we think that that's absolutely right. So that the rationale is, look, yes, you need to understand what the jobs of the future are going to look like from a technical standpoint and the types of skills that you will need to be able to fulfill those roles. But what's as important is how you communicate with people, how you are able to relay challenges, how to address them, and that all comes down to how you engage with other people.
Ultimately, when the robots take over, the only jobs that are going to be left are the human jobs.
Yes.
Right? And in those human jobs, we need to be able to communicate, we need to be able to collaborate, we need to be able to make decisions and see those decisions executed. That's all around what we call the survival skills, the soft skills.
So these soft-stroke survival skills, communication, management, I suppose.
Absolutely.
What else are you?
Self-awareness.
Yep.
The ability to manage yourself before you even consider managing other people. And we did some research for the book, and you'll see it in the book itself. Because of our wonderful sponsors, we were able to go out and talk to hiring managers and to young people to see where the gaps are. And one of the things that came out through again and again and again was, yeah, of course you need basic functional competency, if you're an accountant or whatever else. But it is the soft skills. It's the ability to be able to communicate effectively, to be able to lead other people, to be able to inspire other people, to get them to follow you.
Yeah, and what came up from the business community, we spoke to over 300 hiring decision makers in the UAE, was that there is the view here and globally that soft skills are much harder to teach.
And this was the statistic that caught my eye, that 71% of hiring decision makers in the UAE don't think students are prepared for work. And I presume that's across the board.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, right? Well, how do you learn to be prepared for work? You have part-time jobs, yeah? And we don't do that here. And you have work placement. And until very recently, it was people under the age of 18 weren't able to do work placements. Now they are now, but the quality of them aren't necessarily everything you would hope for. So because your mum or dad has a connection in a particular business, that's where you end up going to do your 1 week work experience. And we're trying to change that. We're trying to build that self-awareness in the young people and then match them directly with organisations that we know are potentially places that they might want to work in the future. And that way the businesses also have some buy-in there. So they don't leave the kids sitting in reception for a week playing with TikTok.
Yeah.
They're actually engaging with them and getting them to learn things.
We've got some filing we thought you'd like to do.
Exactly.
Did you? Why?
Yeah.
Why
would you think I'd like that?
But also what we want to get across is that you don't have to wait until the end of term when school tells you have to partake in your work experience placement. Be the master of your own destiny. The whole idea with the book is that we start to allow students to kind of have that self-awareness, the self-discovery, the ability to network with people and to maintain those networks and to use them to their advantage. So perhaps they've gone in for a 2-week work experience placement. Keep in touch with the sponsor, the person who looked after you in that organisation. Let them know how you got on during your exams. Let them know what your plans are at university. Let them know if you have free time to come back and work on an internship programme. Keep in touch.
Make friends.
Networking, I think, is an essential skill which you never get taught. That took me years to try and get to grips with, because it wasn't something that I'd had to do very much.
In the book, Sarah's chapter is exactly about networking, and she is a networker par excellence.
So this is built, the book of chapters, advice from different people. We're going to come back and talk more about that in a few minutes' time on your Dubai 92.
Dubai 92's bite-sized weather.
WishInsuranceMarket.ae.
Going to be highs of 24 today and some cloud around.
I'm Alfred from Insure.